Information announced by the state's attorney. We are disappointed in the apparent rush to judgment, given the fact the investigation into this matter has not been concluded. Our officers, like every other American citizen, are entitled to due process. We will continue to support them throughout this judicial process, which we believe will result in a finding of innocence. We also promise all active duty officers that we will continue to work diligently to ensure that you will receive the necessary support from the FOP to enable you to complete your mission safely. At this time, I will turn it over to our attorney, Mike Davey.
Good afternoon. My name is Michael Davey. I'm an attorney representing Baltimore City Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 3. My firm has been retained to represent Lieutenant Rice, and I'm here today to speak on behalf of all of the officers and their legal representation. In my 20 years career as a law enforcement officer and 16 years as an attorney, I have never seen such a hurried rush to file criminal charges which I believe are driven by forces which are separate and apart from the application of law and the facts of this case as we know them. No one condones police misconduct. This is especially true of the entire FOP membership, including my client, who is a 17-year veteran of this department, who has dedicated his life to serving the public. Let me state in no uncertain terms that Lieutenant Rice and all of the officers involved at all times acted reasonably and in accordance with their training as Baltimore police officers. No officer injured Mr. Gray, caused harm to Mr. Gray, and they are truly saddened by his death. These officers did nothing wrong. As all of the facts surrounding this case come out in the appropriate forum, the officers' lack of wrongdoing will be made abundantly clear. We believe that the actions taken today by the state's attorney are an egregious rush to judgment, and we have grave concerns about the fairness and integrity of the prosecution of our officers. Let me reiterate two things. Lieutenant Rice and all of the officers are deeply affected by Mr. Gray's passing, and that his injuries did not occur as a result of any action or inaction on the part of these officers. It is our intention to try this case in the courtroom and not the media. These statements have been made in an effort to protect all of the officers from undue prejudicial effect of publicity surrounding this case. We believe that these officers will be vindicated, as they have done nothing wrong. At this time, I turn it over to Lieutenant Kenneth Butler. He's president of the Vanguard Justice Society.
Good afternoon. My name is Kenneth Butler. I'm a lieutenant with Baltimore City Police. As a member of the Baltimore City Police Department for 29 years, I should begin by saying that we are extremely frustrated and shocked by the circumstances that have transpired today. As Baltimore police officers, we are not at odds with the community. Let me repeat that. We are not at odds with the community. In fact, we are sworn to protect the community and those who are protesting against the 6 officers involved in this case. Our organization has supported these officers since the beginning of this difficult situation, and we will continue to do so. Thank you.
At this time, we'll take very limited questions.
Mr. Rice, you're looking for a special prosecutor this morning. Is that moved, or are you still hoping that the state's attorney will appoint a special prosecutor?
We're still hoping that that is reviewed by an independent prosecutor.
What kind of conflicts do you see, Mr. Ryan, that you outlined in your letter between your team and the attorney involved in the case?
I already made my statement, and the statement speaks for itself. I have no further comments on that. I have no further comments on that. I already put a statement out.
When you say that the officers did nothing wrong, the agency, if they followed their training, the agency said they should have buckled them in. You say that was not a failure of training and policy?
I'm saying there very well may be a failure in the policy, and the facts will come out as we move forward.
Mr. Davey, there's a report that was just tweeted out. According to Baltimore Police Department sources, they tell a reporter with Fox News that officers were pissed. Say the medical examiner switched the ruling on Gray's death from accidental to homicide after quote-unquote reading. Do you believe that?
I have no information about that. I have no knowledge of that. We have yet to see a preliminary autopsy report. We've never seen the final autopsy report. We have not interviewed or spoken to anyone involved at the medical examiner's office, so I can't even comment on something like that.
The Baltimore Police Commissioner said he did an exhaustive investigation and really is ongoing. What elements are not complete in your mind?
Until we see what they've done, I can't answer that. I can't speculate as to what they did or didn't do. I just find it very difficult that it's not a rush to judgment when conducting a case in which someone has been charged with second-degree murder, they can wrap it up in 2 weeks. That's all I can say. Until I see the investigative file, until we get the discovery in this case, I can't answer that question.
President Ryan, can you speak to the mood of the officers? There's been reports that officers, the morale is very low, there's been criticism of the mayor. Can you speak to the mood of the officers and how they're doing in crime fight?
Like I said, I'm sure they're disappointed. I haven't been out and talked with them yet to see exactly what the mood is. Without a doubt, I can tell you they're not happy. I mean, this decision to charge them officers is going to make our job even harder. I can say that.
Mr. Davies, this morning,